offense now?
No, just on that play.
What you're thinking was the ball was in the air for, it seems like.
He's good at playing the ball in the air. So, yeah. I mean, it really shouldn't come down to that, but I think Eastern Washington deserves a lot of credit. Their team used to win, they expect to win, and they're also a group that plays really hard. I thought we relaxed in the third quarter, which I thought was disappointing. And but anytime you get one of these deals where everybody's just a few miles apart, I mean, every time I've been to funny games, you know, everybody thought about going to this school or that school, and everybody went to high school together and stuff like that. So it really accelerates to kind of this, you know, near proximity rivalry, whatever it's called, and the ball bounced that way, and I think there was erratic play, really on both teams a little bit. But the one thing I thought that they did impressively is, you know, they didn't seem to have the ups and downs we did. We have to, what we did well, you know, is more than good enough. We just have to be consistent with it. And right now we're a really up and down team. You know, our splatters of positive plays are real positive. Our inconsistency on all sides of the ball is the negative part. Positive is, you know, a lot of times you win games and there's not, you know, you don't get major contributions from all three sides of the ball. This game we got contributions from all three sides of the ball. Had key plays by special teams, key plays by offense, key plays by defense.
Some pretty big plays called back. Consistency in practice, have you had much of an issue with that as far as?
Well, we haven't gotten any of them called back in practice. Yeah, we've had some of that, and you know, our offensive line's got to be tougher people. You know, I mean, right now they're a little too quick to feel sorry for themselves and let their technique break down, or they get tired, and so now rather than, you know, respond with great technique, you know, we're going to hold, and that'll be addressed tomorrow, and it'll be an experience they won't forget. They'll be talking about it when they're my age.
Were there any Basset Hound faces this time around?
Less, a few. We improved on that, and quite frankly, I think that among, because there are a lot of ups and downs in this game, and I thought we improved on it, and I thought that was really key to, you know, to our winning the game, because as we had the ups and downs, I thought we did a lot better job responding. We still need work. I mean, we're still a little too quick to get discouraged, you know, a little too quick to, you know, think about whether we're going to respond to adversity rather than responding to it. But I thought we improved tremendously.
Did you feel like you were close to kind of taking control a couple times in the second half when you're up 10 and maybe driving?
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. We really were, and we got to be a team that puts them away. And really, both offensively and defensively, we let them off the hook at times, you know, and had them. You know, just let him off the hook. So.
But before Jeff left the game, did you see an improvement from his play, just being more decisive with his decision making and faster with that? I
thought it was inconsistent. He certainly did some good things, had some good drives, you know, and they do a pretty good job feeding off him. He had some good drives, and then. You know, I think that, and certainly did some good things, and then I thought that Connor did a good job moving him too. So,
Any word on the injury to Tool?
We don't have injuries around here, so he's 100%, and I would think he's, if anything, can run a 4.5 now instead of a 4.7.
Do you personally, first win as Cougar coach, I mean, are you satisfied with this win?
This isn't really the satisfaction business under any circumstances. I mean, there's always plenty to do. You know, as long as they have film, you'll find all kinds of work on it. You know.
Is Holiday kind of a high risk, high reward kind of guy, and how do you manage that approach?
Well, I think to really be a great player, I mean, you know, yeah, it's got to be managed. I mean, the high reward part's great. The high risk part's dangerous. You know.
Was it your call to send out the field goal unit for the 59-yard field goal, and what are your impressions of the kick?
Well, I thought it was good. What were your impressions? You've evidently seen a lot more 60-yard field goals than I haven't seen very many, and I'm not sure it's in the first one that I've seen live.
Did you really think he had a good chance to make that, or was it just kind of a, well, there's 2 seconds left?
He'd hit it in
let's-
pregame. He'd hit it in pregame, but even then it's tough because you know it's got to go a long ways and you got to get it up high. And I thought it was good. I thought we protected well and he hit it and kept going and going and going. Then it made it.
It's always easy to identify the negative things that you want to work on. What are the main positives that you can take away from this win?
I think on all sides of the ball we're explosive. We're explosive on offense, defense, and special teams. Now we have to be consistent. It's not good enough to be explosive and then you fall flat or you go dormant. Right now we go dormant for too long a period of time. Or the other thing is when teams get really, really good, like if one side of the ball has a drive or makes a stop, the other side responds with something big and powerful. Like in other words, if you put them in for a touchdown, then that's the time the defense is going to go out and get 3 and out. Okay, and then that's the time you get a return. Then that's the time you follow up with another drive. Those things happening in clusters, I think, are pretty important, and that's what we need to make happen. And because right now there's not a lot of context to it. There's good plays. Well, this was a good play. That was a good play. Well, but then if they're in piles, then then it's a lot more explosive. So from that standpoint, we're not very synchronized, and so we're playing with one hand tied behind our back a little. But I'm really encouraged by the fact we're capable of it. There's a whole lot of teams out there that aren't even capable of it, and we are. So that part's good.
You guys ran the ball and passed the ball an even number of times. Was that by design, or was that in response to what you saw from their defense?